Karma is a thing that will catch up with anyone for their wrongdoings. For some, it doesn't happen immediately, while for others, it's instantaneous. The dog should have bitten him as well for a proper conclusion.
Wow, 你这种折叠的桌子还挺方便的。
This guy decided to test the durability of the table.
哎呦我！
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
This guy got angry at his skateboard for an unsuccessful trick and tried to punish it, but the skateboard taught him a lesson instead. A perfectly aimed shot equals -1 phone screen.
Oh no, it's wet.
These guys don't seem to learn from their own mistakes. TikTokers on the road are harbingers of problems. Karma isn't always on the dog's side. Sometimes it works against them. This is why you should never frighten the workers of McDonald's drive-thru. He was lucky this Coke was not a scorching hot coffee.
That's what happens when you prank.
This guy couldn't hold back his triumph after his win, which he regretted very soon. A homeless man begged for money from the people in the car and had a volatile reaction when rejected, but was instantly faced with karma in the form of being arrested.
What did I do?
This man accidentally stepped in wet cement and tried to flee the scene of the crime, except he didn't get that far. This woman showed no respect to an ancient pyramid and was faced with the wrath from the locals who were defending the rules and traditions. And this person breaking the traffic laws was quickly apprehended and punished appropriately. This girl sneaked past the ropes, but the monkey immediately showed her who's boss. The SUV driver and his wife messed around and were taught a good lesson by the truck driver as a result. My dude, rodeo is clearly not for you.
Oh, Becky, what the
A pickpocket managed to snatch the phone from a guy's hand. But passers-by came to his aid just in time. Sometimes the police work faster than karma. There are situations when you want to help, but the person isn't very grateful. A motorcyclist noticed that a driver had dropped his wallet and his phone was left on the roof. He wanted to help, but received an indecent gesture as a response. His reaction in the end was quite adequate. This thief was caught red-handed, almost literally. motorcyclist was too busy expressing his dissatisfaction when the car driver changed lanes in front of him. But it seems he had a realization a second later. This guy decided to tether the dog, but it turned out to be much smarter than he thought. This story teaches us not to celebrate prematurely. These guys stole some things and quickly loaded them into the trunk of their car. But karma worked even quicker.
Ça fait quoi de se faire fumer? Hein? Ça fait quoi de se faire fumer?
Some guy decided to mock the driver of the Peugeot. But it seems the Peugeot driver will be the one laughing in the end, as he turned out to be a cop.
Tu peux pas tenir! Frère, il est pas d'accord! Dis-leur que tu peux pas tenir.
What did this barrier do to him? This policeman tried to use a civilian's motorcycle for the chase, but it clearly didn't work out for him. Karma will always catch up with you if you do something bad. How do you like this solution against drivers who like to flash their high beams from behind? Some guy tried to steal a car from a pensioner, but a truck driver who witnessed the situation couldn't simply stand by and came to the rescue and didn't stand aside. This man spat on a parked car and got a nasty surprise. As soon as the girl shouted that he couldn't hit it, right away, direct hit. This guy probably thought if he was on a bicycle, the traffic rules wouldn't apply to him. But the cops disagreed. Ask this guy now if he believes in karma. Motorcyclist cut off a driver, apologized of course, but karma wasn't so quick to forgive. This doctor wanted to play a prank on his colleague, but in the end, he ended up being the butt of the joke. Amateur soccer is so unpredictable. Perhaps those cones were there for a reason. But this guy decided to check it out personally. Returning from the party, these girls thought it would be fun to spray paint the elevator walls. But the outcome of the situation was clearly not as amusing for them. He'll know better than to litter. Next time, he'll definitely pick up the trash and throw it in the trash can. It looks like, in this situation, the guy set himself up by acting silly. And how about this move by the dog? What was he expecting by acting like that with the driver of the car that was lighting the way ahead? This is exactly how karma works. seemingly against the laws of physics. A joke that backfired. This was the most unfortunate place to park ever. Why show off the surveillance camera? This is a rhetorical question, no need to answer. As you can see, the cow won, even if it had no plans to fight anyone. If you ask me, this is definitely a fair outcome of the situation. It's nice to see that people continue to joke around even at that age. What an obvious violation and what an instant punishment. This guy tried to escape by overtaking the truck on the outer radius, but it turned out even worse than he thought. This is clearly one of the most unsuccessful robberies in history. Why did the passerby do that? Unclear, but it's obvious that they don't know how to skateboard. Give this guy a raise. I don't even know what to say about this. Sometimes people act strangely. The car driver didn't look left, cut in front of a cement truck, and paid a heavy price. Very heavy. And this cat did not consider the consequences of his own sneak attack. The way karma caught up with this guy is just as cool as his fall into the water as he was trying to push his friend. Trying to put out the candle flame, this guy took out the TV.
Bist du behindert?
And it started off so well. Looks like this drone shows drowning as a better alternative to being piloted by that chef. A man stopped this pocket picker, and then a woman with a pretty good chokehold took over to punish the thief. This girl annoyed her neighbors by banging on their wall, so they banged right back.
Oh my God! My fish!
This pigeon is pretty harsh to anyone who breaks the rules. Looks like closed doors prevent more crime than the police. You should never celebrate prematurely, especially when a mere second can make all the difference. The thieves tried to steal a scooter and were left without a getaway strategy. This driver luckily made it onto a tow truck. Well, maybe he just wanted to try out the new sneakers. Looks like this one is one of the outtakes from the Satisfaction music video.
Satisfaction.
After something like this, I would find better friends. Now this cat knows the true meaning of motherly love. This wasn't the best one of their pranks.
Why are you running?
The drive-thru worker was better equipped for this fight. Even though the attacker was unsuccessful, the flip was pretty spectacular. When pranking your friend backfires against the prankster. If you're still not convinced that karma is like a boomerang, watch this brick. This was nearly a theft of the century if it weren't for the superior mind of the thief. Before you mess with a bus, make sure you won't have to ride the same bus afterwards.
Tolerancia, vea.
The car driver somehow decided that the truck should let him through, but that was a mistake that cost him his bumper. Watching this begs a question. What the hell kind of fuel is in this beast's tank? I wonder what will get replaced first, the rear window or the girlfriend. This video is proof that even military equipment is tired of fighting. Can we please stop? This is why people aren't ready for autopilot. Or maybe the autopilot isn't ready for people. This man tried to run off with the phone, but the store worker turned out to be well prepared. The rude driver of this pickup cut in front of another car, but as soon as he exited the vehicle, the police caught up. This guy was chasing his dreams and stole a tractor to steal a motorcycle, but eventually he was caught by the police.
Okay, he's dropped the bucket, he's dropped the bucket. He's straightened up. Now he's straight. Stand by, he's on two wheels.
Karma can even catch up with animals, like this cat for instance. I don't think anything in his life could have prepared him for this. Next time, he will choose transport of an appropriate size. Karma is like a boomerang, sometimes literally. And here is another satisfying footage of a person being punished for littering.
Despite vintage candy dispensers being easy to outwit, sometimes
When you try to trick the gumball machine, but end up losing your coin regardless. And here, something went wrong with this girl's trick. Whereas this girl basically set a trap for herself. This is why testing a drone indoors is a bad idea. Unless you plan to redecorate. This fan was rudely provoking supporters of the other team and was left without a hat as a result. Before you decide to prank your friend, remember about karma. This girl tried to shoplift some clothes, but her co-conspirators simply abandoned her. This driver wanted to save money by trying to sneak through after the previous truck, but ended up spending a lot more on new wheels. Sometimes you need to remove all fragile objects before pranking a friend. The driver of a semi is not getting the Employer of the Year award for sure. The number of questions that don't have an answer bothers me more than the footage itself. Oh, he won't be shoving his arms through other people's letterboxes after this. This cat exacted revenge on a parrot with a precise paw strike. So much milk going to waste. Sometimes you just gotta pretend it was intentional. Lesson learned. This driver didn't notice that all of the other cars suddenly slowed, and this is the result. This guy decided that he lives in the Mission Impossible verse, but frankly, he doesn't make a very good spy. This guy accidentally made a hole in an expensive 17th century painting with his hand. Good thing that exhibit item was inspired. We all like to take pretty pictures from the plane, but this guy took it to a whole new level.
Oh my god. It's so much bigger in real life. Oh my god.
I don't understand how he could not notice a huge bus. What's your theory? Why did this guy put the netting across from the window? This girl decided to dip her toes into the water, but clearly something didn't go according to plan. An attempt to throw a stone at a dog ended up costing the perpetrator a back window. This pickpocket wasn't expecting such observant people around him. Because littering is just plain wrong. This guy thought he could get away with that behavior, but and this guy decided to steal a bicycle right next to a police station, and here is the result. Karma decided that stealing flowers is a bad idea. This guy wanted to make French fries, but something didn't go according to plan. A whole new level of pranking. What do you think?
What the hell, dude?
What was he hoping for? He nearly got away. Nearly. And this is why you shouldn't laugh at someone else's misfortune. Some say he's still running from that ostrich. Swinging a baseball bat near a window sounds like a bad idea from the start. With a precious kick, the girl just returned the litter back into the car to the perpetrator.
Nice.
This is why you shouldn't flex. This biker wanted to cover others with mud, but hit a little snag. This guy got too carried away showing off and flew into the sunset. Or into the water. And this is why it's not always a good idea to stick your head out of an open window with your mouth gaping open.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Head detective.
And what do you think of this karma in the form of a phone that lands on his head? Seemed like the situation was dealt with, but this driver had a surprise waiting for him. For this guy, drifting will result in a fine at the very least, and maybe even a suspension of his license. Enjoyed the video? Give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss out on new, interesting videos.